Get into a quick story. I was on a phone call with a friend of mine the other day, and he's a new business owner. And so he called me and he was like, "Hey man, I've got an opportunity. I think I need to chat with you about it." And so this friend tells me, basically he's got an opportunity through a friend of a friend to work with this marketing team, and it was going to cost him a couple $1,000s. And all he could focus on the call with me was the money. And I asked him a different series of questions that I'm going to share with you guys to help you become a better business owner. Because here's something that I've learned along the way is I've had to constantly make these decisions in my business. If you are a business owner, you're going to have to make decisions with money. It's pretty simple, right? Especially if you truly want to become free in your business, you're going to have to make decisions with your money. It's very simple, right? But I didn't learn how to manage my money in a business, and it took 5-6 years of entrepreneurship to learn. And so very simply, I'm going to tell you what I told that friend later, but very simply, let's look at investments versus expenses. Very simply, I want to lay it out for everyone really, really simply because I truly believe this can help you. And even if you feel like you've got a good grasp of the two, I hope that maybe I can say a few things that you haven't heard before. Okay, so expenses, very simply, these cost you money. These investments make you money. Expenses cost you money. Investments make you money. Very important to understand this. Again, this can be damaging to a business if you don't understand this. Expenses cost you money. Investments make you money. So this friend of mine, he's on the phone, and basically the cost was going to be $5,000 to work with this marketing team. And he's like, and all he's focusing is on the money. He was looking at it as an expense, and he was like, "Josh, this could be a good opportunity, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of money." And he's focused here, right? And so I just asked him a series of 4 questions, which I'm going to share with you guys. And I said, number 1, will it help you to grow personally as a business owner? His answer was like, yeah, for sure. Absolutely it will. It'll help me to learn actually how to market. Great. Number 2, will it help your business grow? He's like, I believe so. I think they're pretty good at what they do. Awesome. Great. Will it open up new opportunities for you? Yeah, Josh, it will. Awesome. Will it make you more efficient and free up your time? Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It will, Josh. He answered 4 yeses. And I was like, my friend's name is Jeff. It's like, Jeff, that's an investment. It's not an expense. And he said something else to me. He said, Josh, it's not in the budget right now. I was like, okay, fair enough. I understand that. My wife and I run a really tight budget. I understand. But you're missing something about expenses and investments. Let me share that with you right now. Also, expenses are necessities. Okay? Expenses are necessities. So necessities are typically what we always have in our budget, right? Week after week after week, like our mortgage for a house, right? Necessity. Food on the table, necessity. We all know what the necessities are. Those are expenses. Those are expenses in your businesses as well. Those are the necessities week after week, month after month that you must pay for. Investments, you probably guessed it. These aren't necessities. These are options. This requires you making a decision on it, right? It's a choice to invest, right? It's not a necessity to set up an investment account and have your money grow. It's not a necessity. I mean, I essentially think it's a necessity. It's not a necessity to have life insurance, right? It's not a necessity. It's an investment. So we understand it when it comes to those things, but when it comes to our actual business, we get these mixed up. People sometimes look at expenses and investments in their businesses as one and the same. And so that's exactly what my friend was doing. He's super new to business, so I was gracious and kind to him on the phone, but I was like, "Hey, Jeff, you're looking at this as an expense when it's your first big investment in your business. It's not an expense." And after explaining that to him, he was like, "Oh, you're right. Okay, so this is a choice and this is a decision that I'm making to invest in the long-term growth of my company." Ding, 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 ding. You got it. But a lot of times I see this blurred. And guys, I talk to practice owners, hundreds of practice owners on a monthly basis. And we get these blurred a lot. Expenses are a necessity. Investments is a decision. It's a choice that you're making in your business to level up your business, to learn more yourself, whatever that may be, to hire a marketing team, to offload some of your stuff to a VA or administrative staff. Those are investments, not necessarily expenses. An employee for your business, investment, not an expense. You don't need an employee. You want an employee because it's going to open up more time for you and it's going to help you to expand and grow the business, right? That is an investment. People also looking at their employees as expenses is a mistake. Employees are investments. You're investing in them. As a leader, you're investing in your employees. They are not an expense. They don't belong on your expense sheet. Well, you got to track it on your QuickBooks and all of that, but you guys understand, right? They are an investment. And actually, if you can start looking at employees like that, you can start treating them a little bit differently too. But that's another topic for another time. Expenses versus investments. So just like I told my friend Jeff, I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, "Jeff, that's an investment. Do you think that you can come up with $5,000 to invest in your business?" And he said, "Well, yeah, I think I can." I said, "Okay, now this is a different conversation, right? This is a different conversation now. This is him, my friend, coming up with money to invest in his company versus saying, 'Oh no, this is scary and it's just an expense.' An investment should always make you money. An expense costs you money. If you're investing in yourself, that should make you money down the line. If you are paying for a software, like our friends at PT Everywhere, I mean, that actually might make you money. I'm not sure. I love those guys. But, I mean, essentially it's an expense, right? Or let's use a better example. Let's say you're paying for Kajabi, or let's say you're paying for ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. Expense. That's an expense. Understanding the two can be the difference between truly having long-term sustainable growth. That's how serious it is, right?